The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain Athletics. The following is a presentation. The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain Athletics.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Tonganoxie Sports live from Louisburg High School. Our doubleheader tonight between the Wildcats and the Chieftains. You can catch it here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, filling in for the crew at Louisburg Sports Live. Unfortunately, could not make it here tonight, but they called us in, and we were happy to do it here. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Raymond. Of course, all the Chieftain fans back at home, you guys know the drill, but for all the Wildcat fans tuning in, probably for the first time, possibly the first time on our channel, we welcome you guys in, and we hope we can provide you good coverage for tonight's doubleheader between your Wildcats and our Tonganoxie Chieftains. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Let's talk about this matchup here. This is something right out of the gate. Very first game of the season, we had this doubleheader back at our home gym in Tongie, and we'll talk about the boys a little bit later on, but let's just focus on the girls right now. It was the Lady Cats from the start all the way to the finish. All four quarters, they dominated into a 55-11 victory earlier in December. Things are a little different, though. Both teams have had different experiences along the way. As for Tongie, their team's gotten a little bit more chemistry, a little bit more of a groove going, still a little bit struggling on the season. Meanwhile, for Louisburg coming into this one, 10-5 overall on the record, and then hopes of a Frontier League title might be getting a little bit slimmer and slimmer as the days and the weeks go on, but just jogging for good playoff position right now when early March rolls around.
Yeah, no question about it. And also the biggest issue that, or one of the big problems that the Lady Chieftains had the last time they faced the Lady Wildcats was full court pressure. A lot of those points came off of turnovers by the Lady Chieftains. So we know we've seen improvement on that throughout the year with the Lady Chieftains. So hopefully we'll have a little more competitive contest tonight.
And coming off last Friday for the Lady Chieftains, a contest against Bonner Springs. The Lady Braves, one of the teams that have beaten both the Chieftains and the Wildcats coming into this contest tonight. Louisburg just faced them earlier on January 27th, 52-45 victory. And we've seen that Bonner team play in person, led by Mariah Noel, just a talented senior on her way to Ole Miss here later in the year. That playing them that close, that's something to hang your heads low about if you are Louisburg. That's a really tough team, and that kind of sparked their confidence coming in 2-game winning streak against Paola and then this past Friday against Ottawa. So now looking to make it 3 in a row here for the Lady Chieftains. As for Tongie, just looking to get even with the Lady Cats and just try to put another step forward for this young squad on the year.
Yep. Look forward to it. We're going to get going here shortly.
Yeah, just a matter of moments. Let's turn down to our PA announcer.
Varsity contest between our friends from Tonganoxie High School and your Louisburg Wildcats. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for Tonganoxie, a freshman number 1, Alyssa Shawnee. For the Wildcats, a senior number 3, Brianne Coolman. For Tonganoxie, a freshman number 15, Emerson Maslin. For Louisburg, senior number 11, Addison Ross. For the Chieftains, a junior number 21, Mariah Herrera. For Louisburg, senior number 12, Delaney Talley. For Tonganoxie, a junior number 24, Lakin Bennett. For the Wildcats, senior number 32, Ayla Baker. For Tonganoxie, junior number 34, Sage Isaacs. And for the Wildcats, number 33, senior Emma Prettyman. Tonganoxie is coached by Mitch Lumens. The Wildcats are coached by Adrian Lane. Good luck to both teams.
All right, so there is your starting five on the night, courtesy of the PA announcer here at Louisburg High School. And for the Lady Chieftains, seeing a little bit of a change here as you see Sierra Ennis on the bench tonight in street clothes, appears not to be playing tonight. So Emerson Maslick, the freshman, kind of been the first option off the bench for Coach Loomis here in the past couple of weeks, getting her first chance to start tonight, partner.
Yeah, no question about it. We also see Lakin Bennett in there too for a little bit added, a little more added size.
Meanwhile, for the Lady Wildcats, Kuhlman, Ross, Tolley, Baker, and Prettyman. Prettyman, partner, I'm sure you got to remember her. She had one heck of a game to open the season against Tongie, and she wins the opening tip here, and Louisburg will open up with possession first here as we are starting game one of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Wildcats. Quickly working it down low. Left hand put up is good by Ross. And we're going to see some full court pressure here. It's almost the exact same game plan Louisburg had to start the season, and already resulting in an early turnover off the sneaker of Mariah Herrera. It rolls out.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, partner. This full court pressure has been giving the Lady Chieftains fit, although they've gotten much better at handling it the last few games.
That time got past the half-court line, just the unfortunate dribble off of Herrera's sneaker as it rolls out of play. And now Louisburg looking to capitalize, working it down low again. Ross go 2 for 2 with the left hand down on the low post.
Yeah, see, they're coming out with that trap, and right off the bat we have another turnover to the Lady Wildcats.
Catch and shoot three, can't knock it down. Ross already heavily involved in this game. Second try is good for Tolley from deep range. And it's a quick 7-0 run in just under a minute here in quarter number one for the Lady Wildcats.
Lady Chieftains were fortunate that wasn't another turnover.
Nearly their third in a row. Now a chance to get things going on the offensive end, trying to get on the scoreboard right now. It's here near side with Shawnick. Kicks it out on the drive. Lakin Bennett, long range three is just offline. Don't see her put up too many of those. Rolls out of play near the cheerleaders, and Wildcat basketball. First substitution of the game, Kalia Baldock in for the Chieftains. And not even a couple of minutes into this one already, and it's already felt like a quarter full of action already. I mean, Louisburg just from the get-go, full, all gas, no brakes, as they say.
Yep. Well, they're doing a good job of getting it into the paint, too.
It's Ross again. Now near corner three is up. Can't get it to fall for Ava Baker. Rebound by Sage Isaacs. And has it taken from her, trying to get it out to Herrera, but deflected. Long range two if it goes, and it does not. Tracked down by Herrera. Picks up her dribble in some no man's land here. Lady Chieftains got to figure out something here quick. Got to get it across. And got to get it, and she does. Kalia Baldock getting it across just in time. They were getting pretty close to that 10-second call. Drive baseline, running floater is up and can't knock down for Mariah Herrera. And so she just had some really rough luck on the year of how many of those that she's had good looks at. It'll rattle off the rim a couple times and just fall out. It's like there's a tight lid on that rim for her all season long. She's hit her fair share as well, but there's been plenty. She should at least have at least a dozen more of those made on the years. This one's deflected out of play. We'll redo the inbounds play.
Nice little spin move there by Mariah Herrera. Defended well, though, by the Lady Wildcats.
With Lakin Bennett on top, guarded by Prettyman, trying to force right. Now gives it to Sage here near side. Backing down under the bucket, blocked from behind by Baker, kind of backed into her, gave Baker some good position. All ball, so no whistles, of course. Slinging it across near side corner, now into Prettyman, blows by Lakin Bennett, but lost it on the way in, but a foul call. And I believe they're going to get Sage Isaacs for this one as she was trying to paw that basketball loose.
Yep. Had she not done that, though, Prettyman would have gone in for a layup.
Ross again, this time on the right side. She's got 6.
Boy, the Lady Wildcats are doing a great job of finding the interior passing lanes.
Lady Chieftains with some numbers here, and now Louisburg catching up. And if they could just would have moved the ball a little bit earlier, might have had a bunny there. Three-pointer straight away, no good for Shawnick, the freshman. A rebound underneath by Baker. Here come the Lady Cats. Ross looking for Prettyman. Knocked out a play by Baldock. It'll stay at this end.
Lady Wildcats are looking to pound it inside at every opportunity.
Yeah, 6 of the 9, all from Ross down low. 2 on the left block and 1 on the right block. And now far corner 3 for Kuhlman. Can't knock that down. Easy rebound for Prettyman and a foul. She was trying to pass it to Baker down low. So 2 fouls here on this possession for the Lady Chieftains. And it's going to be the second of the game for Sage Isaacs.
And Sage has been having some foul problems as we can remember, partner.
It's really been ever since this coming out of the holiday break.
Yeah.
We remember that road game at Ottawa that she got in really early foul trouble there. I might have even fouled out in the third quarter or early fourth quarter.
Well, she had 4 in the first half.
Coming up short on that long point attempt and some miscommunication, but Shawneck able to collect there before it rolls out of play for another turnover. Sage heads to the bench. It's Emmeline Labino, number 4, coming in, the sophomore for the Chieftains. She hands it off to Herrera. Thought about taking the 3, but defense right there was Kuhlman getting the hand in the face. Now Shawneck, surrounded by bodies, has that one blocked by Prettyman, and she's going to get whistled for the foul on the reach-in.
Yep, frustration foul there. She got a clean block. Prettyman did.
It's just one of those.
Shawneck.
It's one of those things. Shawneck playing as the freshman. That kind of seems to be the one kind of knock, major knock on her on the season is that when she has those rough times where either a ball's poked away or it's blocked, instead of running back, getting back on defense, she immediately just tries to reach in and grab for it.
Yeah,
That's just one of those things, a young ball player that she'll grow out of.
Those are growing pains from a freshman right there.
And then again, just kind of that bulldog mentality that we've talked about, not afraid to get in there, a little bit scrappy on defense, quick with the hands. It's something that for Coach Lemus, you don't want to take away. It's just one of those things she just has to be situationally aware of when and when not to do it.
Yep. Yeah, don't want to pick up those little ticky-tack frustration fouls and get yourself in foul trouble.
Lady Chieftains forced the empty possession here. Now break the full court press. They got numbers and a little bit late trying to pass it down low. That was Lakin Bennett, but the pass from Baldock tipped away. Here comes Louisburg.
Yeah, Baldock telegraphed that pass and tried to force it in there. And the Lady Wildcats came away with it.
Step back 3 is nothing but net for Tolly. Second three-pointer of the night for her. And this run now up to 12 zip for the Lady Cats. Tight defense, but Chieftains get through it again. Point attempt is way long from 3 for Baldock. Maybe a little bit of a forced shot there. We're going to have substitutions for both teams at the next stoppage. Drive in, Ross shot is no good. Try to put it up with that left hand, just couldn't get it to fall. And Ross with 6 and Tolly with 6. They've been getting it done for Louisburg as of right now. So looking for our first points of the night here on this end for the Lady Chieftains. Labino with it up top, tight defense. Coming right side, hand off to Lakin Bennett. We will have those substitutions coming in. Kuhlman and others in for Louisburg, and Emerson Maslick in for Tonganoxie.
Coach Loomis going with a really small lineup here.
And Emma Prettyman, she'll get checked out for Louisburg, and Ava Baker in. So size replacing size for the Lady Cats, but as you've already mentioned, small lineup out there for the Lady Chieftains at the moment.
I believe there's 5 guards out there.
It would appear to be that way. Hand it to the gut of Herrera. She gives it back to Shawneck. Not a lot of separation given up by this Louisburg defense. Tough shot attempt is no good. Would have been a long-range shoot for Shawneck if she could have banked it in. Here comes Louisburg back the other way. It's low. She putting it up and had it stripped away last second. And now appears to be a foul call on Louisburg.
Yeah, Shawneck was fortunate there that she didn't get flagged for another foul there. There was a lot of contact, but they let him play on.
A foul down low on Losi, her first.
Now we see that full court pressure again.
Shawneck trying to work through it, poked away. That was Tolly that got a hand on it, and an easy, should I say, not so easy two on the other end for Brandy on the layup, and now a travel, so a missed opportunity there for Louisburg. So breakaway off the turnover. That was Tolley that poked it loose from Shonick initially near the half-court line. Now, no harm, no foul if you're Tonganoxie. That ball last touched by Louisburg.
Well, like we talked about, and we've seen the Lady Chieftains do a better job of this, is breaking the presses, not getting trapped on the sidelines and getting double teamed. They were keeping it back towards the middle of the court, which you're supposed to do.
Levi's pass, Shonick tracks it down, and again, near the line, and I think they're going to get Losi with another foul. Well, now it just.
I think that was an inadvertent whistle.
I believe so, because you saw the official.
Yeah, he
on the
tapped
screen,
his chest.
kind of looking over to both coaches saying, that's my fault. So no foul call, just a brief stoppage in play that did allow Lakin Bennett to come back in for Tonganoxie.
Yeah, it looked to be he was anticipating over and back, but it never came.
Got really close to that line, so you can understand his thinking behind it at least. Kick out far corner three for Herrera, short, just grazing the rim, brought in by Baker. Here come the Lady Cats. Trying to stretch the floor here, and with the left hand, can't bank it home. Tracking it down, Branine down low. Second chance is no good, but they have another one here. This is Baker trying to finish with the right hand, but is fouled by Maslick on the shot attempt, so 2 free throws on the way for Louisburg. All right, the 4th team foul of the game for Tonganoxie. Only 1 team foul to speak of for Louisburg so far. Second attempt on the way, and good. Kind of breaking the traditional format. You usually see players kind of get to the line, take a couple dribbles, take a little time. She just dribbles once, puts it right away, and seems to work for her, going 2 for 2 on that trip for Ava Baker. And now another turnover. Lewisburg looking to cash in on points here. Baker can't go back-to-back on points, but a rebound underneath for Kuhlman. I believe we had a jump ball call, which we'll keep it down here. No, we have a foul call instead.
That's on Shonick.
And that's her second. So now 2 starters, Isaacs and Shonick, in some early foul trouble here. And we're going to have Macy Murray checking in for the first time tonight. And Alyssa Shonick will come to the bench. Macy Murray, a 5'5" sophomore.
Both teams have been playing man-to-man here. Coach Loomis may have to go to his zone with the foul issues that are mounting up.
As of right now, this man-to-man defense for Lady Chieftains not phasing Lewisburg in the slightest right now. They got off on a hot roll, getting in fast breaks, points off turnovers. They've slowed down a little bit in that aspect, but they've still been getting some pretty good shots, just like that one down there. Just haven't been able to knock them home now. Loose ball brought in, a little strong on the bank attempt for Losi. And here comes Tonganoxie back the other way with it. Could be final shot of the first quarter here. Still looking for their first bucket of the game here is Tonganoxie. Here comes far corner, poked out as Macy Murphy was going in on the drive towards the cup, and we'll have an inbounds play with 0.6 of a second, so it's got to be quick. Catch and shoot. Can't even really catch it. Just got to hit the palm of your hands. You got to put it up here. No, it's okay. So I'm reading the seconds all wrong here. So that's my apologies. That was more
end of the first
6 seconds. But yeah, now they call it the end of the first quarter here. Nonetheless, a dominant first quarter for the Lady Cats, very similar to the opening contest of the year. They lead 14-0 heading to the second period on the other side on Tongie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Welcome back to Louisburg High School here at the high school gymnasium. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Game one of our doubleheader between Louisburg and Tonganoxie is going all Wildcats right now, a 14-0 first quarter. And we saw Tonganoxie this past Friday against Bonner Springs. They were held without a field goal in the entire first half. Only 2 points coming from the free throw line. Some of those offensive woes showing that ugly head again here, at least for the start of the first quarter. Looking to try to correct it here starting in the second. Meanwhile, for Louisburg, as this is Prettyman checked back into the game, tried to get it out, but it's loose. She was looking for Ross. She had 6 points in that first quarter along with Tolley and Baker with a pair. Now Lady Chieftains got the stop. Now looking to get points here. It's with Maslick right now at the right elbow. Stops out to Shawnick. Near side three is good. Much needed bucket there for Tonganoxie, and they are on the board. Losey on the drive, can knock it down. And now perhaps the Louisburg offense going a little stale here.
Well, and that's another good thing for the Lady Chieftains because they're not able to set up that press after a made basket.
Shauna can't go back-to-back from three. Loose ball. Wildcats come up with it. This is Kuhlman, and not slowing down how she does. Mid-range jumper is good for Ross. So Addison Ross, the senior, really starting to feel herself here. Got 7 total seniors on this Lady Wildcats team. And that one banked in from Emerson Maslick, the freshman. So we got a wide range of experience and varsity time between these two teams on the court.
No question about it. Yeah, as we've talked many times, that's going to pay dividends for the Lady Chieftains in the future.
Prettyman just a little too strong on that shot attempt. And now a full timeout taken here by Coach Loomis. Shawnick was getting close to that trap defense there near the baseline and the half-court line where they meet at the 90-degree angle. We'll be back after the break on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Louisburg 16, Tonganoxie 5, 5:48 mark in quarter number 2.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Now out of the timeout on the inbounds play. Tonganoxie taking the full timeout there before that last break. Quick hands on defense. Losey pokes it loose going to the Wildcat bench. He'll stay at this end. 16 fouls for the Lady Chieftains, as for 1 team foul for the Lady Cats in a game that they lead 16-5. Approaching 5.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2. Herrera on the drive and a kick out to Maslick. She hit her first shot earlier. Now ball still loose and pulled in by Shawnick. Isaacs back into the game on the drive, stops, looks for help in the form of Baldock. Gets it here to Herrera now. Haslick thought about pulling the trigger. Now to Isaac's mid-range, trying to get down into the lane. Prettyman poking it loose, but a foul call first. It'll be the first of the game for 33 in white. Inbounds play initiated. Find Maslick going through traffic, puts it up. A high shot. We'll have 2 free throws on the way. Almost had a chance to maybe finish the three-point play.
I think she was a little too far under the basket that time.
Yes, and that's back-to-back fouls for Prettyman for Louisburg. Another senior on this Lady Cat squad as Maslick cannot hit the front end of the free throws here. Very crucial in a game like this. A score when the clock is stopped. She goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Bodies collide in the lane, going for the loose ball, but now we got a whistle.
They're going to get it on Sage Isaacs for her third.
She was reaching in there trying to get that jump ball called, and it was almost when she just let go and said, all right, whatever, then the whistle blows. So I think that's what Coach Loomis trying to coach her up on, saying that maybe, just keep holding on to that basketball instead of maybe trying to rip the hands loose, and that kind of gives the indication that
you realized you made a foul.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to call it.
And that's the 7th team foul. So 1-and-1 free throws here for Louisburg in the bonus now, and missing on the front end on that attempt. That was Addison Ross, and trying to get a hand in there was Brainy to try to get it loose again, but the Chieftains recover. Louisburg started off this game on a 12-0 run, and they've stalled out a little bit offensively. Chieftains have gotten a bucket here or there, but not really enough to try to cut into this deficit. And there's some much needed right there. Ava Baker, first one of the night from three-point range, and now this one taken by Brainy, and just a little strong, trying to go right hand, kind of underhand a little bit, awkward positioning. Couldn't get it to fall in the tough shot attempt. Baldock gets the screen for Bennett, looked her way, stopped, and now out to Shawnick, looking to attack, kick out. 3 from the top is no good for Maslick. Kuhlman on the drive, left hand is good over Bennett.
Yeah, that's a nice head fake.
Shawnick trying to answer and can't do it on the long shot attempt here. Now Louisburg trying to go back-to-back here. Head fake by Kuhlman, this time running right-hand floaters, no good. Fighting for the rebound underneath. Put back up is good for Baker. It was her and Kuhlman both down there kind of fighting for the rebounds. One of those same team type of scenarios, but it pays out nonetheless for Louisburg. Herrera off balance left-hand shot is good.
Yeah, that was really a nice play there. Good drive and a good finish with the left hand.
Definitely made that look easier than it actually is for Mariah Herrera with the offhand, kind of off balance, and with your momentum taking you forward, you got to be very precise on that. Now this one poked away. Maslick gets on the ground for it. Jump ball is called, and that'll go in favor of the Lady Chieftains. So good awareness by the freshman again, realizing the situation, just getting down on the floor, getting that jump ball called. Full court pressure still being brought on here by Louisburg, even with a 23-7 lead. Under 3 minutes left to go until halftime. They get it up to Baldock, get it across the timeline, poked out of play. It'll stay at this end.
Baldock's getting a lot of minutes tonight in this first half.
I think it's one of those things with Ennis on the bench, out with injury, dressed in street clothes, and you also got Isaacs with her 3 fouls. I think it's just one of the things you got to rely on your underclassmen to come in and give you some good minutes, which so far she's been holding her own.
She sure has. All these freshmen have been doing a good job.
That's the first foul of the game for Tolley for Louisburg. We'll have another inbounds play here.
Lady Chieftains barely avoiding another turnover there.
Herrera got loose on the screen, gets the inbounds play. Now looking to get it going here. Shawneck trying to direct some traffic, cuts into the lane, had a lane. Now out to Labino for three, is short and brought in and coming the other way. Rainey now back to her she goes, lost her footing, might have got tripped up a little bit. Gets it out to Kuhlman, and a foul before the shot was put up from Tolley. That'll be the second of the game on Baldock.
Yeah. And Emerson Meslas going to come in for her.
That's the third Lady Chiefs now with 2 or more fouls. Shawneck, Isaacs with 3, Baldock with 2. Shawneck with 2 as well. We're back to the free throw line. 1-1 on the way. Can't knock him down again. That time it was Kuhlman. Approaching a 2-minute warning here in quarter number 2. Good drive by Labino. Had it poked away, but now a little bit of a late whistle coming in saying a push from behind was initiated. I give that one to Ava Baker. And so Labino, first trip to the charity stripe for her tonight, comes at the 1:59 mark here in quarter number 2, and Tongie has yet to hit a free throw, 0 for 3 on the night. And then Macy Murray checking back in for the Lady Chieftains as well at the next stoppage. Second free throw on the way is short, 0 for 2 on that trip for Labino. Shot attempt up, can't knock it down. Going towards the Tongie bench, tracked down by Sean. Actually slings it into Labino. And here comes Tonganoxie. Got to be careful. And that one just thrown away. It was looking for Lakin Bennett, and you can see her trying to tell her to settle down and slow it down a little bit. Take a little bit better care of that basketball. We got a quick 30-second timeout here. You're watching Lady Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongierec.org or call 913-845-30.
It's just a 30-second timeout taken there. A chance for both teams to try to regroup. I believe that was taken by Louisburg, and they have possession of the basketball right now, a 23-7 lead. Down low goes to Baker. She puts it up, and a little jump hook shot is good. She's got 9 here so far in the first half. That was Kuhlman trying to pick the pocket of Herrera, and she can't believe the call. Doesn't really like it. Can see it on her face, but nonetheless picks up her first foul of the game, and that's the 16th foul now on Louisburg. So one more, and that'll put Tongie in the bonus. But when you get close to a minute, not really super relevant. Herrera knifing in through the lane, can't put that a shot attempt down, but Maslick staying with it and gets the rebound, and that's going to be the 7th team foul whistled there, and it's going to be the second of the game on Kuhlman. Still a chance here for Tonganoxie to get some points with the clock stopped right now at 53 seconds till we hit the halftime locker rooms, and 0 for 5 still on the night for Tongie as a team at the free throw line, and another jump ball is called. Bodies going down to the floor, but he'll be in possession of Louisburg. So a little bit of a different story than we have seen in the very first game of the season between these two, all the way back in December, where it was just Louisburg, everything was clicking for them.
Yeah.
It started that way, but now they've kind of they've woed down a little bit, and the Lady Chieftains still a little bit of struggles, but as of right now, this game, it could be a lot worse for them. I think that's pretty safe to say, as that running shot is good up.
Yeah, no question. It could be a lot worse.
So a deficit.
Especially if the Lady Chieftains had hit a few free throws.
At an even 20. The deficit right now in the lead for Louisburg. Goes it in, final 10 seconds and counting. Herrera going left side, trying to finish with the right hand, too strong.
Too far under the basket. That's
going to have a chance here for Ross. She puts it up and just can't knock it down.
It would have been good if it had it gone in.
About the volleyball boundary there on the left side of half court, and we head to the locker rooms, and your score, Louisburg 27, Tonganoxie 7. We'll be back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongierec.org or call 913-845-3502. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome in. This is the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Apologize about that slight echo there, folks. Here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, Dylan Funk, and joined alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan. And for those for Louisburg Sports Live tuning in, we apologize about the stream for Louisburg Sports Live. Unfortunately, the crew wasn't able to make it out tonight, so hopefully we have been providing a pleasant and enjoyable broadcast of tonight's doubleheader for you all. And so far, it has been all Wildcats right now, which I'm sure makes all the Louisburg fans happy at the moment. Just breaking down the scoring real quick. Kuhlman with a bucket. Ross, she started out with 6 quick points. She finished with 8 in that first half. Tolly hit a pair from deep, and she's got 6. And Ava Baker leading the scorer right now with 9 points for the Lady Wildcats, and Bernine with 2, so she's got the 1 bucket. As for the Lady Chieftains, it's Shonek. She had a 3. That was the first points of the game for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Got a little mix up on my words there. For the Lady Chieftains there in the second quarter, so she's got 3, and then Herrera and Maslick each with a bucket apiece. So right now, low-scoring affair, I guess you could say, obviously for Tonganoxie. But as for Louisburg, I think maybe, is there a chance right now that you're sitting at halftime, you're up 20 right now, and you're kind of maybe a little disappointed, thinking that this should be 30 plus right now?
Yeah, I think they probably feel like they could be up even more, and they could. They missed a lot of I don't know, you'd call them easy shots, but a lot of close shots after getting turnovers from the Lady Chieftains. And so I think the Lady Chieftains got to feel fortunate they're only down by 20 at half.
Yeah, and I think that's the other side of that coin, like you had just mentioned. For Tonganoxie, you're heading in right now only down by 20 even points, and I think you got to be counting your blessings right now, because it's a little bit of the same problem that they had at the start of the season with turnovers, and that was leading to a lot of points. I mean, we were talking about 20-plus points a game for the opposition, and Louisburg banked in heavily on that in the very first matchup, and it looked to be the exact same thing at the start of the game, but then that kind of got cleaned up a little bit, or at least when the turnovers were happening, they were on the other side of the court, so the Chieftains they had a chance to get back in transition and defend and kind of make some of those, like you said, that weren't necessarily easy shots, but weren't the hardest shots in the world either. Try to just contest those and give Louisburg a little bit of a hard time, which they were able to do there later as that game went along. But yeah, that's definitely the story right now for Louisburg, is that when it's come to just getting points outside of collecting turnovers and then quick transition, it hasn't been the best of nights from the field right now for Louisburg. So they're going to be looking to crank that up here in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Lady Chieftains, got a couple of problems right now. Like we talked about the turnovers, and with that full court pressure, you're going to be seeing more of that. So you got to find a way to be smart with the basketball, take care of the basketball, don't turn it over. And another challenge for Coach Loomis, like we talked about, foul trouble. We got Sage Isaacs right now with 3, Shawnick and Baldock already with 2 apiece, and Maslick in there with 1. But really it's Isaacs that's the big one right now, because coming into this game already a little bit shorthanded down low. Sierra Ennis not dressing out in street clothes on the bench, so she's not playing. Isaacs came out with 3 fouls that really relied on Lakin Bennett. Sneed not down there as well. So it's fallen heavily on the shoulders of Lakin Bennett, or like we saw earlier, Loomis will go out and play 5 small guards, and kind of Baldock will be the lone woman down on the block.
Right, yeah, no question. And we did see the Lady Chieftains do a little better job against that press in the second quarter, so hopefully they'll carry that over into the second half.
Approaching 3 minutes left until the start of the third quarter. Louisburg already back on the court, still waiting for the Lady Chieftains to take their final warm-up shots, and we will take our break here, and we'll be back with third quarter action after the break on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, well, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Frontier agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
to get things started here in quarter number 3 at Louisburg High School. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, a 27-7 game right now. Lady Cats on top of the Lady Chieftains. Don't forget, game 2 of our doubleheader will be streaming live here on Tonganoxie Sports Live after the conclusion of this contest. And that game in particular, I'm looking forward to this evening between the boys of Louisburg and Tonganoxie at least. Could be a close contest there, and we'll explain a little bit more a little bit later on. Meanwhile, resuming action here, looks like all 5 starters back out for Tongie and Louisburg. And Tonganoxie will have first crack at it here. Game is not completely out of reach yet, but they're going to have to try to right this ship a little bit here, starting right now.
Yeah, they need to start chipping into this lead if they're going to have a shot.
Already active hands on defense from Louisburg, knocked down out of play, so another inbounds play coming. Gets it into Shawnick, now down low to Bennett. Couple of jerseys in the area, into Isaacs, trying to go to work, but backs out. Now Shawnick, shot is put up and left a little short. It rolls out of play, and he'll stay at this end. Maslick thought about going for it, but held up at the last second, letting it roll out of play, keeping possession with Tonganoxie. Working around here to Maslick on the near side, swinging around the perimeter. Now Bennett looking to drive in on Prettyman and knock that ball loose through the legs of Isaacs, but now Herrera comes away with it, back out to Bennett. And nearly, wise thinking, kind of caught in midair, getting that ball down, and is short on the shot attempt from Shawnick from inside the lane. Here comes Louisburg back the other way.
So an empty possession for the Lady Chieftains to start the second half. Not what you want to see.
Down
That was
low
really a nice pass.
to Ross. This was their bread and butter earlier. 2 shots missed. She was a little too far under the bucket on the first attempt, and then the second one maybe just a little bit too rushed in between the backboard and the side of the rim there. Entered that back iron, but it'll stay here. So Louisburg will get a third chance at it here. So it's Prettyman with it right now. And
that's going to be her. That's going to be her 4th. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. That was a foul on Louisburg there.
That's the 3rd of the game now on Kuhlman, and she stayed pretty clean in that first half. She picked up quick back-to-back fouls later in the second quarter, now picks up her 3rd here. Meanwhile, Sage Isaacs.
It's a good drive right there by Sage.
Picks up her first bucket of the night. Trying to get another stop here in the hands and on the drive in, no good for Tolly. And we'll have another inbounds play for Louisburg. Give it right back to her in the far corner. Kuhlman driving in after the cut in by Sage. Quick defense from Isaacs for Tongie, maybe saving a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, Lady Chieftains playing much stiffer defense.
From the left elbow is good. Nothing but net for Ross.
She's got a nice stroke.
Now in double digits in the scoring column with 10. Herrera weaving through traffic. Emerson Maslick open 3 is left short, but right to Herrera underneath. She'll bring it back out beyond the perimeter, reset the offense. Back her way, head fake, going left side, met with a double team and a bad pass and a takeaway. That was Tolly that deflected it, gives it off to Ross. Now she gives it up the floor. Was looking for Ava Baker there here on the low right block, but deflected out of play by Alyssa Shawnick. Wise defense there, saving potential points for the Lady Cats.
Coach Loomis going with a small lineup again.
Just Sage out there right now, and pretty fortunate for the Chieftains that That one was missed. That was Tolly. Defenders hot on her heels, but had an open lane to the bucket, just a little bit offline on the layup attempt. Defender hitting the deck. Isaacs trying to go to work. Feet get tangled up, and we're going to have a foul here. I believe they're going to get Baker with it. Isaacs drive in baseline, stops, puts up a shot well short. Straight defense by Coolman, contesting that shot.
I think that was partially deflected.
Catch and shoot three for Baker is good.
That looked good when it left her hand.
Second Wildcat in double figures with 12 now. Herrera almost lost it in the corner, but recollects. Avoids the swatting hands, but is offline too far to the right on the shot attempt. Long three here and rattling it home for Tolly, her third of the game. 9 points total. A timeout for Tonganoxie. Coach Loomis wants some time here. A quick 30-second timeout on the floor. And a quick 6-0 spurt there for the Lady Cats, and they're extending the lead 35-9. Under 4 minutes left to go in quarter number 3.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Lady Chieftains trying to regroup here. Down 35-9, giving up back-to-back three-pointers on back-to-back possessions for Louisburg. And here they come again with that pressure. And not relying heavily on it like they were early to start this contest. Now Shonick shakes loose and rattles that home with the left hand.
Yeah, nobody stopped the ball. She just took it to the rack.
Tolly hit down the last shot attempt. Now gives it to Losi. Back to Tolly. Almost the exact same spot and the exact same result as the last shot attempt from three. That's her fourth now on the night. And imagine her point total in the first half already here, just under halfway through the third quarter, 12 in total. Maslick trying to answer on the other end, and does.
Boy, the Lady Chieftains needed that.
A lot of threes in the forecast in the third quarter here at Louisburg High right now. Well, what'd you go dropping my clipboard for? Good drive on the baseline by Losi. I'm not sure if she knew just how open she was for the bucket, and the long three in the corner is no good from Losi, and a jump ball was called. It'll stay at this end. Labino and Isaacs in for Tonganoxie. Pair of substitutions in for Herrera and Bennett. Tried to put that one in a window as time was starting to crunch down on her, looking for Bernine, but couldn't get it to go. Shonick with some space. Surprised she didn't let that one fly there. Now she does from two, and that one, I think.
Partially blocked.
Yes. Fighting hard for it underneath. They'll stay at this end of the jump ball call. That was Kuhlman down low, kind of throwing her elbows around, trying to clear some space. Another inbounds play here for Tonganoxie as Shonick looking for an option, and she finds Sage Isaacs on the right side, is blocked cleanly with it, collects underneath the bucket. And we got a foul on the floor here, so another inbounds play coming. That's the second foul of the game for Losi. That one was looking for Maslick, but it's offline, and Louisburg back the other end for two, and that's Tolly taking care of business there.
Well, the Chieftains had a good idea there, but on the give and go, but it didn't quite work out for them.
That's the third foul of the game on Baldock. Oh, no motion from Coach Loomis to try to bring her out of the game. Just let the underclassmen play it out here.
Oh, yeah.
Drive in, running shot attempt, and gets it to fall.
She's been a handful tonight.
Yes, she has. Far corner, Labino puts up the shot, comes up short. Approaching a minute left to go in quarter number 3. Finally got a change on the scoreboard here.
Oh, good block by Shonick right there.
One-on-one crime there. Now tries to get a hand on this one, but cannot do it.
Lady Chieftains really need a score here.
Their deficit now up to 30 for Tonganoxie as this one really getting out of hand.
And I got to get it under that 30-point lead, or they're going to have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Oh, doggone it.
Get it to fall nearly.
Baldock had a good look at that.
This is Rooney, number 14, first into the game tonight for Louisburg. Now ball finds its way up and short on the three-point attempt. Taking that one, that was Ashlyn Kuhlman.
Sage Isaacs with a good rebound there. Good block out. Nice little spin move by Shonick.
Finishes with the left hand just as time expires in the third. Louisburg still in firm control of this one. They lead 44-16 after 3 quarters of action here at Louisburg High School.
Wizard of Pause.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Our last bucket as time expired in the third from Alyssa Shonick. The nice move and finish with the left hand cuts the lead now down to 28. It's a 44-16 contest. Louisburg looking to complete the season sweep of Tonganoxie here, barring a really big comeback here, but as of right now, things in their control. As that pass just out of the reach of Tolly and couldn't get full control of it. It goes out of play and inbounds in possession to Tonganoxie. That is one name that we haven't called very much tonight. Prettyman, partner for Louisburg, number
Yeah, I know.
33. In that first game, she was in double-digit points.
Yeah.
Tonight, not even a point. Held scoreless so far. And a big bucket there from deep. Emerson Maslick, her second of the night.
So a quick little 5-0 run here.
They say every comeback starts with a single bucket, single point. Looking to put together another stop here and a travel call here. So an empty possession. Kuhlman just kind of lost her footing, trying to put that spin cycle into use.
Let's see if the Lady Chieftains can cut further into this lead.
Shawnee getting a screen for Bennett, weaving through bodies, just can't finish that time with the left hand, but another nice move and a nice attack to the cup for Shawnee. Here comes Louisburg with some numbers. Ross maybe forcing that one up with the left hand.
She had lots of help on the other side with a clear layup.
And I think if she just takes one bounce pass, and Ava Baker's right there for the easy two on the left side. Catch and shoot. Tolly from deep. Can't knock it down. Going that far corner and keeping it in play. Prettyman back out to Tolly up top. A head fake. Thought about attacking him, but will now give it back to Prettyman at the elbow. She's guarded by Bennett. Quickly looking for Prettyman down low. Batted around. Shawnee kind of went off her hands and her forehead there.
I think that's going to be Sage's fourth.
Well,
no.
Be a third on Shawnee. So was fighting for her life, trying to get a hold of that basketball and create some contact instead with the Louisburg player down low. That's her third.
Yeah, I haven't seen Prettyman be very aggressive on the offensive end tonight.
I haven't really needed her to be either, though.
No,
That's
not
just
really.
The mid-range and long-range game for the Lady Cats, it's been working so far. And, as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ball back into control of Tonganoxie. Of course, as always, we will have game 2 of our doubleheader between Louisburg and Tonganoxie roughly about 20 minutes prior to after the finish of this one here. Bank shot from Bennett, it's no good, but gets the rebound off the hands of Baker, and now she got fouled, so 2 free throws on the way for Lakin. And third foul of the game for Ava Baker. That's the first made free throw attempt on the night for Tonganoxie right there. Second attempt on the way, leaving that one short. And Maslick slung down to the ground, trying to fight that rebound from Prettyman. No malicious intent whatsoever. Kind of glad to not see a whistle blown there. And now Prettyman gets her first points of the game off the missed three-point attempt from Losi. Now it would appear to be the head coach Adrian Lane for Louisburg is going to be sending in the reserves here at the next stoppage, getting the starters out, as the Lady Cats will pick up their 11th victory of the night, and a large part to number 11 on the court tonight. Addison Ross. I want to make sure I got her first name right. Addison Ross, 12 points now on the night. She's been a force on the offensive end for Louisburg. They lead 48-20, 5:02 mark in quarter number 4.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Play resumes on here. Like we talked about, the reserves in for Louisburg, so calling off the Dogs or calling off the Wildcats, so however you want to phrase that metaphor for Louisburg, is trying to avoid injury here and close out this game and pick up the 11th win of the season. Meanwhile, Sage Isaacs getting knocked down to the ground fighting for a rebound. Still about another half left to play here in the fourth quarter, and Coach Limmon's not making a move to his bench yet to put in more of the reserve role players, but Emerson Maslick going through contact on that left side, finishing, and a chance to cap off the three-point play at the line. And just can't quite bank it home, fighting for the rebound. It rolls out of play, and they're going to say it stays at this end with Tonganoxie. Shonick on the inbound, finds Herrera, and back to Shonick in the far corner. He's guarded by Jillian Asher for Louisburg. Herrera, quick pass down low to Isaacs, trying to go to work with the right hand, can't quite get it to fall. Another way here for Louisburg. It comes here near side and good. As Bernine, number 2, Ashley Bernine, the junior for the Lady Cats, knocks that one down. Isaacs near the baseline, poked away from behind. It might have been off of Bernine last touch, so it'll stay down here again. Isaacs again through the double team, draws the foul.
Gonna try and hurt him at the line.
Emmeline Lambino in shortly for the Lady Chieftains. First free throw attempt from Isaacs is left short. And she will come in for Mariah Herrera. Too strong on the second attempt, 0 for 2 on that trip. Louisburg pushing the pace up here. This is Whiting. Now 3-point from the top is no good from Allison Brown. And good effort by Louisburg, but it goes into the hands of the Lady Chieftains. The 7th team foul, that one tagged to Jillian Asher, sophomore. So 1-on-1 free throws here for Tonganoxie in this game. Maybe starting to stale out a little bit here in the fourth quarter. It's one of those things you just got to love about the sport of basketball, where the final 4 minutes of a game could take about 20 minutes.
That's a fact.
Can't hit the front end of the free throws. I tell you, what's going to be a really great day is whenever they implement the shot clock in Kansas high school basketball, because, oh my goodness, the quality of the game is going to go up.
Yeah,
so exponentially, if you ask me. And I think if you ask a lot of the folks watching and back at home, I think they're going to agree with the same thing. I think even if you ask the players and the coaches, they're going to say the same thing, because that kind of takes out at the end of games the dribbling out the clock, kind of playing the keep away and the fouling game. You know, it's not necessarily going to fully take away like the hack-a-shack, because obviously that still is.
It's going to be in play.
Yeah, it's so relevant in college and the pros where they have the shot clock, but I digress. I like to tell people whenever I can that I can't wait for the days of the shot clock to.
Well, I know that I was talking to some of the coaches during our tournament, and they said that they were all in favor of the shot clock because at the state tournament, a couple of 3 years in a row, that a team would get the lead, a 5 to 7 point lead, and they'd just put it on ice.
Yeah, it's
play keep away.
Yeah, it's one of those things that would eliminate from the game, and force you when you gotta. You realize that when you When you're on the drive, you got a possession, you only got 30 seconds to work with, and you got to get a shot up.
Yeah.
It's going to make the game so much better.
I think so, too.
Timeout on the floor, 3:08 mark of quarter number 4. Lewisburg on their way to the 11th win of the year. They lead 50-24.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit LaddServiceCo.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Black and Gold leads to sold at Skeet Real Estate in Tonganoxie. Steve Skeet and the agents at Skeet Real Estate are dedicated to helping you either buy your dream home or sell your home quickly. Plus, Skeet is a one-stop shop with a full line of insurance products from Skeet Insurance. In Tonganoxie and the surrounding area, your choice for real estate and insurance is Skeet. To learn more, follow them on Facebook at Skeet Real Estate or call 913-845-2255.
There we go. Approaching the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 4. Another whistle and a brief stoppage to the game right now as Baldock or Tonganoxie called for the foul. Both teams have, or at least for Louisburg, they've taken the majority of their starting role players out of the game. Tonganoxie still keeping their players out there for the moment, making them play about these final 2 minutes, 50 seconds in the fourth quarter, at least for the foreseeable future here in the fourth. Taken away, it's a Shonick coming back the other way. Contested shot is up and a foul, so 2 free throws on the way for Alyssa Shonick, the freshman.
Trying to finish that with her right hand, which is not her dominant hand.
Two more free throws here for the Lady Chieftains. Haven't been as stellar as they would like from the line. Only hitting maybe 1 or 2. They're getting close to about double-digit attempts on the night.
Yeah, they've left a lot of points on the free throw line tonight, partner.
Second one on the way is good, making all the right corrections there is Alyssa Shonick. Nine up top. Pass in, kick back out, is no good on the three-point attempt. Ashley Kuhlman. We have a foul here on Alyssa Shonick, be her 4th. Sage Isaacs back into the game. Emily Labino out for Tonganoxie. Catch and shoot off the inbounds is good. Number 22, Samantha Lane, the sophomore, getting in the scoring column. Shonick on the right side, bounce pass. I believe it was looking for Bennett, but it comes all the way and around to Mariah Herrera.
Yeah, I think she was expecting her to break to the basket.
Second foul of the game from 14, Mackenzie Rooney, Louisburg. And now the double bonus in effect here for the Lady Chieftains. Sage Isaacs knocking down the first attempt here. One for 2 on that trip, and the shooting woes from the charity stripe continue on the night for Tonganoxie. 3-point on the way from Kuhlman. Ashley Kuhlman is no good, and it appears to be an offensive foul, trying to fight for the rebound. fouls on Ashley Bernine, a junior. Just where she was a few moments ago, Sage Isaacs back to the free throw line. Game has definitely slowed down here in the fourth quarter. A lot of fouls and a lot of stoppage time. Another one on the way, so 1 and 4 in total for Sage, but able to run that ball down. Now looking for some help as she fears the double team, but now another whistle here.
I'm going to stay with the Lady Chieftains. Shonick just lost that out of bounds.
I'm not sure. Maybe there's some miscommunication or not having a word with Herrera on the jog back down the court, getting ready to play defense. But it's just don't see her lose too many of those on the drive and attack. Another takeaway here for the Lady Chieftain defense. Under a minute left to go in regulation. Louisburg on their way to their 11th win of the season. Emerson Maslick knocking down. That is her third three-point basket of the game. She's got 13 right now. Second highest point total on the year. Came close to putting up 20 points earlier in the year on a Saturday morning game during the Tongie Invitational Basketball Tournament a little under a month ago. Had 19 in that game.
Yeah, she came off the bench on fire.
Came off the bench that game and scored the next 8 straight points for the Lady Chieftains. Now looking for another one, and she has it. Back-to-back three-pointers for Emerson Maslick, make it 16 now.
And she's just a freshman.
And closing out the game on a strong note there for Maslick. Ball work underneath, shot is up, and it is good. Answering on the other end, Ashley Kuhlman, and the final seconds will tick down, and this ball game is over. Louisburg completes the regular season sweep of the Lady Chieftains by a score of 54-32, so much better effort put forward by the Lady Chieftains as far as scoring against Louisburg. As for the Lady Cats, about the same amount of point total they put up first time around against Tonganoxie. So just any final thoughts before we close out this broadcast of our first game?
Well, obviously a tough matchup for the Lady Chieftains, but it's a good learning experience, especially for these freshmen that are getting all this time. I mean, Emerson Maslick coming off the bench again with, I think you said 16 points, partner?
16 points.
Yeah, and Shonick hit a couple threes, and so I mean, going forward, looking to the future, it looks bright for the Lady Chieftains.
And as for the Lady Wildcats, they're not looking to the future, obviously, but with 7 seniors on the squad right now, they're not looking at next year or the year after. I mean, they're looking to put together a run here. Now they got a good record here, 11-5, and about the final 3 or 4 games left to go in the season. And kind of just hanging around in the middle of the pack, so maybe not the worst of positions to be, but they're looking to shape up for another deep run to the postseason.
Yeah, I think you got to look at this like this is a window for them to make a run when you have that many upperclassmen.
Yeah, one too long ago, they found themselves on a deep run, now poised to potentially do it again here, maybe starting to catch fire a little bit. Came in on a little bit of a rough skid, maybe getting back on the right track tonight. We'll see what the rest of their season takes them, but unless if they meet in the postseason, that is the last time that the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Chieftains of Tonganoxie will face off on the season. So we do want to wish Louisburg best of luck the rest of the way in the postseason, and that is that. So that is our wrapping up our broadcast. Game 1 of our doubleheader between Louisburg and Tonganoxie. We will be back in about 8 minutes or so, and we will have continuing coverage of our doubleheader tonight. It will be the boys' game next year on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The following is a present. The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain Athletics. The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Welcome back in live on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Game 2 of our doubleheader between Louisburg and Tonganoxie set to tip off here in a matter of moments. And just like the Lady Chieftains and the Lady Wildcats, these teams met very first game of the year back in about mid-December, early in the year. And let's talk about that contest. As we knew coming into this game, into the season, I should say, for Tongie, a lot of upperclassmen gone. So this was a young team that hadn't had a lot of experience together, and that showed in the game against Louisburg. A very sluggish first half. Louisburg was dominant. However, it was the second half that was the big takeaway, where Tongie stormed back. They went into halftime trailing by 15 or more points. Got it to under 10 points there late, about midway through the fourth quarter. Louisburg eventually pulled on and were able to win 46-32, but potentially a team that has grown and developed so much this season, as Louisburg has done, but also for this Chieftain squad. And a couple of different factors as well, and one of them being the presence down low of a more confident Caleb Clark and an emerging freshman in Merrick Davenport. It's going to be a different curveball for Louisburg this time around.
Yeah, I think so, partner. And like you pointed out, the two big men have really started to put together some good minutes and put together some scoring down low, which was missing in that first matchup. So we're looking for a much better contest tonight.
Meanwhile, for the Wildcats, coming in 7-8 overall on the year. They started off hot, went into a little bit of a cold streak. Then they won 3 in a row, and now they come into this contest losers of 3 in a row. So their last 3 losses, they had a 72-45 loss to Bonner. Again, a great Bonner Springs squad, highly athletic, very talented team there. This is the loss that stands out. On the road, 43-41 in conference to Paola, who is down at the bottom of the 4A standings with Tongie. So I think for the Chieftains, you got to be looking at that. You know, they may not like to admit it, but they got to be looking at it and knowing, hey, this team is beatable. We can come in, and we got a good shot here tonight. We will continue more of our coverage and analysis of this game, but right now we'll send it down to the PA announcer for starting lineups in our national anthem.
The Wildcat Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Zeb Tiedemann, performs our national anthem. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for Tonganoxie, a sophomore, number 4, Talon Langford. For your Wildcats, sophomore, number 0, Conley Hovey. For the Chieftains, a junior, number 11, Alex Crowley. A junior for the Wildcats, number 1, Nathan Parker. For Tonganoxie, a senior, number 14, Caleb Clark. For the Wildcats, senior number 3, Trey Myers. For Tongie, a freshman, number 21, Merrick Davenport. For the Wildcats, senior number 34, Mason Dobbin. And for the Chieftains, a senior number 31, Brandon Wilson. And for Louisburg, senior number 44, Collier Wingfield. Tonganoxie is coached by Bill Jones. Louisburg is coached by Ty Bonesteel. Good luck to both teams.
There you go, courtesy of the PA now to your starting 5 tonight. Langford, Crowley, Clark, Davenport, and Wilson, the 5 for the Chieftains. Same suspects as usual as for the Wildcats. Hovey, Parker, Myers, Dobbins, and Wingfield.
And that front line for the Cats, the Wildcats, goes 6'7", 6'4", 6'3".
Yep, that's, you beat me to the punch there. Size and length definitely in advantage of the Wildcats tonight, and taking advantage of it there. Dobbins on the opening tip on a travel, kind of caught in some hesitation, no man's land down low. So Tongie will get the ball now, and very similar to the girls' game, here comes the full court pressure from Louisburg.
Right, let's see if they can handle it. A little better job this time.
Much better this time around. Caleb Clark, a little bit strong and a little bit out of position for Caleb. Don't see him put up too many from three-point range. And
he was wide open, though.
It was. I mean, I think that's one of those for Coach Jones that, you know, you're open, you let it fly. I get it. Don't do it again, though.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the message going on.
He'd rather see him down in the paint trying to score than out there on that three-point line.
Back-to-back empty possessions here for Louisburg. Coming in, like we talked about on the pregame show, a 3-game slide right now, 7-8 on the record.
And there we go. Merrick Davenport, just like we talked about, down low. That was missing in the first time
matchup. Yeah, first game, Merrick. He came in off the bench, I believe, at one point, but again, that was his first ever varsity experience, so kind of not a great measuring stick as far as how he was going to play out at the varsity level. But he shot up shortly after into the starting role. Probably about the next week or so later, got into the starting role as that three-pointer is good for Myers. Louisburg back in front 3-2. And a quick foul down at this end, and it's going to be given to Hovey. Parker, number 1.
So far, the press is having no effect on the Chieftains tonight, which is a good sign.
Active hands from Parker, but can't get it away from Crowley. His off-balance shot is no good, but he hits the deck, draws the foul, so 2 free throws on the way. Came pretty close to.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt going through contact.
So Crowley to the free throw line, looking to get things started on a good note at the free throw line, and he does just that, tying this game up at 3 apiece. As for the Chieftains, what's at stake for them in this contest, latest standings and rankings, as that one's missed but tracked down by Crowley. Tonganoxie currently sitting right now in last place at the boys 4A region. Paola, with the victory last week against Louisburg, bumped them up a game above. Paola and Tonganoxie scheduled to play here, I believe, sometime next week. They should be facing off against one another, but as of where things stand right now, Tonganoxie would be on the road in the sub-state playoff matchup back on the site of Atchison at the Phoenix. And talk about a season for the Phoenix right now, especially just during the school year. They were the number 1 or number 2 seed for football earlier, and they've had some struggling seasons, now doing some great success on the basketball court as well. Third effort from Dobbins is fouled. Chance for some more free throws here. Alex Crowley going to get tagged with his first foul of the game. Again, knocked that attempt down. This is number 34, Mason Dobbins, 6'7" senior. Definitely the guy that getting off the bus, and you see him during warm-ups. He passes the eye test, no doubt.
Yeah, no question.
It's someone that caught our attention very heavily in the last matchup. Goes 0 for 2 on that trip, but collects his own rebound after it was loose for a moment.
Yeah.
Didn't have the most efficient night scoring first time around against the Chieftains, but looking to turn the tide around here. Near corner 3 up for Myers. Can't knock down the second of the game. But this is what he did do well, is defensive rebounding, giving his team second and third chances here, and they still can't cash in. That one off from Parker. Here come the Chieftains with numbers. Langford with it right now. Offensive foul call, setting the feet. Parker getting back in time.
Yeah, and Coach Jones with his hands on his head, that was a 3-on-1. Didn't need to force it like that.
Yeah, I think love the aggressiveness for Talon. He's been in a little bit of a slump offensively, trying to take charge there, and no pun intended, but trying to take charge and get on the scoring, get the scoring column. But I think that one there, give a bounce pass and let someone else finish the easy too. And you're sitting up 5-3 right now, but instead still tied at 3 and first foul of the game. Second team foul for the Chieftains for the moment. We had another whistle here. It'll be the first of the game on Clark. Now officials stopping play for a moment near the scorer's table, stopping and conversing with somebody. Now having a conversation with one of the Louisburg coaches, trying to talk things over. So just trying to figure out who has how many fouls. So 1 apiece for Langford, Crowley, and Clark, just like I had it on my score sheet. And another travel call here. Winfield just kind of got mixed up there, shuffled the feet. Officials right on top of it. So a little bit of a sloppy start here for Louisburg offensively.
Let's see how the Chieftains handle this press. So far, so good.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
Brandon Wilson and just.
He was trying to collect and shoot.
And for somebody that's been hot outside of the game on Friday, he was coming in hot from three-point range, had back-to-back games of 4 more three-pointers made, and that time I think just a half second too early of getting the eyes on the rim for the catch and shoot, didn't look the ball fully into his hands, and turns it over as a result.
And the Chieftains are in a zone right now. It looks like a 2-3 zone.
With Myers out to Parker. Three-point shot is up and good. All 6 points coming from three-point land for the Wildcats. Chieftains trying to answer here on this possession nearing the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Dobbins making a play in on that ball. Now to Crowley, here to Wilson.
Clark trying to post up, but he's having a difficult time there.
Risky pass, but it finds its way now to Brandon Wilson. His three-point attempt can't fall. And a foul underneath. Are they going to get Caleb Clark for this?
If so, it'll be a second. Yep.
He was kind of sandwiched down in there between Dobbins and another defender for Louisburg, and now Clark will get checked down. Sakai Glover will come in. So Merrick Davenport, the lone big man down low for Tonganoxie. Louisburg makes a substitution as well. Number 10, Cade Gassman. There's Gassman, now gives it to Winfield. Surrounded by red jerseys, goes up strong with it and finishes. Just a good finish there from Winfield. Just tip your cap.
He went through a lot of contact there.
Glover mugged as he was trying to get that ball out. The double team. Crowley trying to shake his defender loose. That's Losey into the game for Louisburg as well. Student section letting Glover hear it right in front. Now to Davenport up top, guarded by Dobbins. Freshman on senior there. Now to Wilson near side here. Not a lot of openings inside the perimeter for Tongie right now. Crowley trying to create separation, not having luck. Losey just stuck on him like glue.
Chieftains giving up a lot of size in the paint.
Davenport lost it on his way in, but a foul call, so we'll have an inbounds play. Let's see who they tack this foul to. They give it in to Losey. Fifth team foul for the Wildcats. Tonganoxie with 4 team fouls. Whistles are out early and often here in the first quarter. That one blocked by Dobbins. Shot attempt from Crowley. And that's just the size and the reach advantage being put to good use by Mason Dobbins.
Dobbins trying to post up with Merrick Davenport down there.
Mid-range jumper, a little bit bad positioning and a poor angle from Gassman. Here come the Chieftains back the other way with it. Langford through defenders, left running floater with the right hand. Can't knock it down, but free throws coming. And another foul given to Losey, number 12, for his second. Myers and Hovey going to be checking in shortly here for Louisburg. After his first free throw attempt from Talon Langford, knocks it down there. Chance to cut this lead down to 1 possession. And he does just that. Timeout. Both teams get a second to regroup. It's a one-possession game right now, 8-5, and a slow-moving first quarter nearing the 2-minute mark.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at S&SAutoandBody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Tight contest as of right now, 8-5. Both teams kind of still in the feeling out process. Pair of three-pointers for Louisburg and a bucket from Wingfield. He takes the shot again that time. Can't hit a mark, but hey, rebounding's been a big part for Louisburg right now. It was Hovey, but had it taken away now from Crowley. Ball's rifled out of play. It'll stay at this end. I think they're saying last touchdown low by Hovey.
Talon really attacking the basket that time. But it got knocked out of bounds. You see that football player in him on that play.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented young quarterback.
Glover looking for Davenport, finds him, draws the double team, and a kick back out. Good recovery here for Louisburg, forcing the Chieftains to keep working here to get an open shot. Jumper from the free throw line, but a travel call first.
Talon saw an opening there. Got so excited he pulled his pivot foot before he got the ball down on
And I think that's a perfect analysis of it as well. Because I mean, this defense so far from Louisburg, it has been suction tight right now for the Chieftains. Not giving them a lot of space. Catch and shoot jumper is good from Hovey. This one nearly
pass by
a turnover. Open three for Brandon Wilson is too strong. Don't see him miss too many of those from that much space. Crowley still too strong. Fighting for the rebound. Wingfield and keeping that tippy toe just out of range of the baseline. But now a foul call. Maybe a frustration foul on Wilson. Dobbins back into the game for the Wildcats. Under a minute left to go in quarter number one. A 10-5 score right now in favor of Louisburg. Wingfield lost his defender. That was Crowley. Hit the deck, and he hits the mid-range jumper.
I think Crowley was trying to get a charge call there, but
now this one through the hands of Crowley. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. Wingfield again. That time can't bank it home. Corralling it, soaring, bringing it down. It's Talon Langford.
He's a good rebound by Talon there.
Three-pointer on the way, and can't knock it down as time expires. So we head to the second quarter. Your score, Louisburg 12, Tonganoxie 5. We'll be back with more after the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A little bit of a slow start for both teams to get things started. And quarter number one, a 12-5 score for Louisburg. Put together a nice little run there towards the end. Have a decent lead right now. Lachlan McRae checking in for the Chieftains, as well as number 22, Jason Byrne. And we saw Byrne come in and kind of some relief play this past Friday against Bonner Springs and held his own out there. And like we talked about, making the most out of your opportunities. Well, I think he made the most out of his opportunity this past Friday because now he's seeing some early time here tonight. Lachlan McRae catch and shoot three is well short. Langford collects underneath. Now a loose ball on the deck, but he finds the outlet to Lachlan. Byrne threads the needle. Knocked out of Lachlan's hands. Out to Wilson. And can't knock down the three. Lachlan coming away with the basketball again. He'll try again from long range. This time knocks it down.
Instant offense by the freshman.
A much needed scoring possession there for Tonganoxie, coming by way of the freshman Lachlan McRae. Their corner, it goes here to Myers, spins loose of Wilson, now picks up his dribble and throws this ball away. It's going to be a turnover. Over and back called. Ball coming back to Tonganoxie. Davenport and Crowley back into the contest. Wilson and Langford to get a breather. Davenport lost it near the baseline. He'll stay dead at this end. So you just look at this lineup in there right now for Tong. You got the one senior and Caleb Clark, the one junior and Alex Crowley, and you got two freshmen and a sophomore in there right now between Davenport, McRae, and Byrne. McRae kind of colliding in with the official over there, and all's good, but Tonganoxie turns the ball over. It'll be Louisburg basketball.
I think McRae took an elbow to the ear there.
Elbow to the ear, shoulder to the ear, something. I saw him rubbing it on his way back down. Meanwhile, Myers with it down low. Now gives it to Dobbins, going through defenders, and is fouled.
I think that's going to be on Clark. Nope.
Going to be on Davenport.
Davenport.
It's his first. Now both teams with 16 fouls in this first half. Come back, knock down the second attempt from Mason Dobbins.
Yeah, it gives the Wildcats a chance to set up their press again. Handled pretty easily by the Chieftains, and then thrown away.
Again, just a little bit of youth and the experience of Jason Byrne. He was looking for Davenport, and you credit to Davenport. He's got the long wingspan and can get up and grab that basketball. Now it's just a little bit too high for him to get a hold of, but Byrne definitely had the right idea. Just need to get that pass a little bit more on target. Now Crowley coming through on the defensive end and intercepting that pass from Dobbins, trying to get it down low.
Yeah, Wildcats giving the Chieftains every chance to hang tough in this game.
Crowley just sticking through the defense by Dobbins. Catch and shoot three near corner, no good. Rebound by Dobbins. Now he'll give it up here to Parker. Vo's far corner three is short.
Chieftain's doing a good job of limiting them to one shot on the possession. They struggled with that in that first game.
Crowley on the drive, but can't finish. A foul call nonetheless. Second foul of the game on Parker, and that is the 7th team foul. So free throws on the way here for Tonganoxie. Got to hit the front end of the 1-on-1 here for Alex Crowley. They calling for the shooting foul regardless. So he's got 2 here. Both teams making substitutions. Isaiah Whitley, one of the newcomers in for Louisburg, coming in with Hovey as well.
Alex trying to get this down to a one-possession game again.
On its way and just can't quite hit it, but Langford right there to bring it in.
Chieftains need to make the most of this.
Long three from Langford, knocks it down. Puts up the 3 fingers in the air. He's got 5, and it's a 1-point game here at Louisburg High School. Chieftains looking to put together another stop here. And they get it there. Carry called by Myers as he was trying to back down on the baseline on Brandon Wilson. Now Wingfield back in and Parker out for Louisburg. Getting back on defense, so foregoing the full court pressure and a chance to take the lead on this possession for Tonganoxie. Their offense really starting to wake up here in the second quarter. Langford now picks up his dribble after surveying, finds Davenport going to work on Hovey. Near corner, McRae drew the double team, Langford open, and he hits his second one of the game. 8 points now for Langford. And the Chieftains back in front.
Kind of what we anticipated, partner, a much closer game.
Near corner, trying to answer and can't do it. Rebound by Brandon Wilson. That last three-pointer put up from Brady Hickey. And something that you had mentioned a little earlier, something that Tongie's doing much better on tonight, limiting second and third chance opportunities, collecting those rebounds off the misses from Louisburg.
Blocking out and rebounding much better.
Langford trying to save that one from going out of play into the hands of a Wildcat, so second chance here, of course. Perfect timing for me to mention my analysis there, but nonetheless.
Announcer's jinx.
Announcer's jinx. Bill Kibosh.
3 seconds in the lane.
Yep. So a lot of self-inflicted wounds for Louisburg tonight. Flipping the script, as it was Tonganoxie last time out that was really hurting themselves with turnovers and empty possessions. Playing a much better brand of basketball here, like we talked about, really since the holiday break and coming out in January. They've been playing much better basketball and looking to avenge the first loss on the season here against these Louisburg Wildcats. That shot good from Crowley through contact.
Yeah, a nice give and go there by Crowley.
Chieftain Crown now starting to get into it. Hovey down low, kick out, open three from downtown, splash for Wakefield. Just when the Wildcats needed it the most, back to a 1-point game. Under 2.5 minutes left to play here in the second.
Oh, he tried to force that.
It's Dobbins that took it, coming back the other way, slows down for a moment, now picks up his dribble. Langford and Wilson swarming him, but he gets it out. And now Louisburg a chance to take the lead here as we approach 2 minutes. Hovey down low between his legs and another turnover as Langford comes away with it for the Chieftains. Shaking off the pressure there from Dobbins. Gets the screen from Clark. Big three on the way. Can't knock it down. I think the Tongie bench just might have come unglued there if you would have knocked that one down.
Yeah. Oh.
Blows by defenders. Contact in the air. No whistle. Bucket no good, but Dobbins gets the second bucket. The second chance underneath. Capitalizes for a bucket. And that puts Louisburg back in front by a point. Crowley on the drive. Good pass to Brandon Wilson. Far corner three is good. Both teams just trading punches right now. Clock getting closer and closer to a minute left. It's a 2-point lead at the moment for the Chieftains. Wingfield up top and a foul call here on Crowley. Getting a little bit too physical with the hands there, and Wingfield on the drive just kind of got tangled up. Official right on top of it. So Davenport and Byrne back in. Langford and Clark out for the Chieftains, and Hickey comes out of the game for Louisburg. And for him, we're going to call number 13, Luke Schultz. It's the front end of the 1-1. Now Louisburg in the bonus here. 57 seconds on the clock. Collier Wingfield, the 6'3" senior guard for the Wildcats. Second one on the way and good. 2 for 2 on that trip.
All knotted at 20.
9 points in this first half for Wingfield. Trying to go back-to-back. Wilson comes up short, but an offensive rebound for the Chieftains. Looking to take advantage here. 40 seconds and counting left until halftime. And a foul here. Might get this on Dobbins, and he cannot believe it. Instead, they're going to get Wingfield for it. It'll be his second of the contest. More free throws on the way for Alex Crowley. 1-1 this time.
Important to hit this front end because you don't want to leave too many points on the free throw line in a tight game.
Knocks him down just like that. Calm and cool under pressure from the free throw line. Alex Crowley so far here looking to do it again here on his second attempt. Put this lead up to 2 for Tonganoxie. It's on the way and it is left short and a box out by Hovey. He boxed out Davenport. Now Louisburg under 30 seconds left to go. Only down by 1 point. Can take the lead with the bucket here. It's Hickey driving down the left baseline. A kick out. Trying to find options. This is Gassman. Now back to Hickey. Near corner three is up and takes a high bounce off the top of the backboard, and time will be stopped here. And it'll be Tonganoxie basketball. 15 seconds left and pressure backing off for Lewisburg. So Tongie's going to have some time here to try to put something together and get the last shot up. It's in the hands of Alex Crowley, bringing it across the timeline right now. He's going to be met by Dobbins. Gets a screen from Davenport. Switch, now he's on Hovey. Blows by Hovey, kick out, big shot away from Byrne, and he wedges it between the backboard and the rim. Stoppage right now. And they will just say that is the end of the first half. A promising one for the Chieftains. They hold the lead 21-20 over Louisburg. We'll be back with the Whiteworks Property halftime show after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Far-Bear agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Back here live, the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show for the second time this evening. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, and this is something that we were talking about during the pregame show. Is first game of the year between these two. Lewisburg in control most of the game. They ended up winning 46-32. There was a late surgence by the Chieftains that kind of showed signs that they can hang with this team, and after at least 2 quarters of action right now, they're doing just that. They lead right now 21-20. Got to be a big confidence boost for those guys in the locker room right now.
Oh, there's no question about it. You and I talked about during the break is I think Tongie's got to feel like they can beat this team. So hopefully they can come out with the same intensity in the second half and keep doing what they're doing.
Been hot from three-point range right now. 4 3-pointers made in that first half. Back-to-back ones from Talon Langford. He was really starting to feel himself, and he's been kind of a player that we've talked about that he needs to get a little bit more involved on the offensive end. Doesn't need to put up like Jalen Wilson numbers, averaging 22 points a game, but just to see him get 8 points, 10 points a game, that would be nice. Right now on his way with 8 here in the first half, so on his way to hopefully having a nice ball game here this evening. Alex Curley with 3, Davenport with 2 down low. He got on the board early. Brandon Wilson hit 1-3 earlier, as has Lachlan McRae. Haven't seen much from Caleb Clark as of yet. Haven't seen much down low just from the Chieftains overall on the evening.
Well, Caleb picked up 2 quick fouls there in that first half. So
exactly.
Hopefully we'll see a lot more of him in the second half.
As for the Louisburg Wildcats, 9 points for Wingfield, 3 for Dobbins, 3 for Myers, 3 for Parker, 2 for Hovey. And that has been it, so no points off the bench yet for Lewisburg in this one. And I think this has really been, for us at least, kind of going into halftime. The Chieftains haven't found themselves in this position very often leading,
right,
by meaning that there's been plenty of times where they've gone into the locker room down by a possession or 2, maybe 3, feeling that their adjustment here or there from kind of really starting to come back into this one. But I think now you're sitting there. What's the message from Coach Jones right now, up 21-20?
Well, I think he's got to like the defensive rebounding that he's seen from the Chieftains. They've done a much better job limiting those second chance points by the Louisburg Wildcats. So I think he's got to be happy with that. The press by the Wildcats was really ineffective. I think it only accounted for 1 turnover that first half, and you can see them. They kind of abandoned it there in the second quarter. So I think that's what you gotta hope for.
And as for Lewisburg, I think that's something they just dominated flat out in the first contest, was the rebounding, on crashing the offensive boards, second, third, fourth chance opportunities. And like you said, Tonganoxie, they've been limiting those tonight. Came up just short of $100. Too bad. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, I think that had to be a point of emphasis for Tongie coming into this one, looking back at the tape, saying, if we're going to make any adjustments, we got to start here and then let the rest take care of itself, and that's exactly what's been happening. And as for the offensive end, I mean, you give credit to Lewisburg. They were really giving the Chieftains fits just with their tight defense, not allowing a lot of space, not allowing a lot of movement. the Chieftains kind of found something that was working for them later on, and they're kind of just at the final stretch of the second quarter. It was just kind of back and forth. There'd be a run or two here and then a run or two there for both teams, just kind of answering and hanging tough, and that's part why we sit here a 21-20 deficit, a 20-21 lead right now for the Chieftains.
And we have some halftime activity going on here.
A lot going on here tonight at Louisburg High School. There are
three-point
three-point contest going for a chance to win $100. And I know there's a big kind of charitable event going on, taking a lot of donations. They're auctioning off a lot of good desserts. Right now, all proceeds going to the fight for MS. It's why you see a lot of people here in the crowd wearing orange tonight. Louisburg players, when they were warming up earlier, were wearing orange shirts, something that they've had planned here at Louisburg High School. Obviously, you and I, partner, come from Tonganoxie Sports Live, not as familiar as Larry or Colby would be as for why exactly this cause is here tonight, but nonetheless very clear that they're very passionate about trying to raise money and help the fight against MS here at Louisburg High School, and it looks like they've had a good turnout here tonight as well. A lot of orange and a lot of donations and a lot of money going towards the cause here at Louisburg High School. Tonganoxie taking the court here, getting their warm-up shots in. Louisburg coming in right behind them, and we'll be back here with third quarter action after the break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farbeer agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongie? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Just a few seconds away from the start of the third quarter here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. A tight contest in the second matchup of the year between these two, Louisburg and Tonganoxie. Louisburg won the first contest 46-32, and still anybody's ball game as of right now.
Yeah.
Chieftains have the 1-point lead, 21-20, but still 2 quarters left to go, and highly anticipating more of the same here to close out this contest like we saw in the first half.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments that each coaching staff made to begin this second half. We'll probably know something pretty quickly. The Chieftains were switching between a 2-3 zone and a man-to-man in that first half. See what they come out in here.
Starting 5 out there for both teams to start things as the clock runs, and we are underway, and Louisburg potentially take the lead here on this possession. Tonganoxie trying to hold on and close in on another victory on the season, and Louisburg looking to avoid their 4th straight loss here in their last 4 games.
Chieftains are in a man-to-man.
Out it goes to Parker, calling for it, and he gets it, but can't knock down the open 3, and another rebound for Talon Langford.
Yeah, he's been a force on the boards tonight, which is exactly what the Chieftains needed.
Ball's in the hands of Crowley right now. Already a minute gone here in the 3rd. Drive in, a kick out to Brandon Wilson. Thought about pulling the trigger. Said gives it to Crowley near corner here and clears Wilson out. And overhead pass, and I think deflected there.
It was, and he tried to force that. It really wasn't there. But he was in the air. He had no choice. He had to get rid of it before he came back down, or he'd been a traveling call.
Parker in the lane, good pass. Looking down low for Hovey, but just good defense by the Chieftains. Forcing it up the court now.
I'd like to see him try and get it inside a little bit.
Long range 3 for Crowley, comes up short. Rebound Parker. Wakefield on the left side. Crowley trying to draw another foul, but does not get it, while Parker splashes down his 2nd 3-pointer of the evening.
Here comes the press.
Got to get it across here, and they do to Davenport. Now gives it near side here to Langford. Bounce pass to Clark. He has been held scoreless so far here. Pretty limited in that first half. Quickly picking up 2 fouls.
Yeah, he spent most of that first half on the bench. Good pass.
And good.
Oh,
just can't finish with the left hand for Brandon Wilson. Oh, so close to falling down and tying this game up at 23 apiece.
Yeah.
Parker steps into that 3-pointer and knocks it down. Back-to-back 3-pointers. Nathan Parker, Jr., 5'7" guard, leading the charge right now for the Wildcats. Just like that, back in front by 5. Wilson trying to answer, and does.
Just what the Chieftains needed there.
Big answer from the senior Brandon Wilson. Back to a 1-possession game. I think he had good karma coming his way. Kind of just had tough luck on the left-handed layup, but gets graced with a 3-pointer in the far corner on the next possession. Dobbins trying to size up for it, and they're going to give another foul here to Caleb Clark as he and Dobbins were jockeying for position down low.
Yeah, that's going to be his 3rd. I mean, he really didn't have the arm extended, but they were really bumping into one another.
I don't know.
I say let them play.
I agree. Hey, let the 2 guys down low. I mean, you got 6'5" and 6'7" going at it down low. Let them go. And so now, after picking up his 3rd foul, Caleb Clark will get checked out. Lachlan McRae back in. And again, here comes Louisburg with the full court pressure. Chieftains have done a very good job of breaking the pressure, and they do it again just like that.
Yeah, that press gave them a hard time in the first meeting earlier this year. Much better now for the Chieftains.
Langford with some traffic, straight ahead 3 for Lachlan McRae. Can't knock it down. Second chance board and put back for Talon Langford. Got his feet tangled up with Dobbins.
Yeah, he's a man possessed tonight. He has really been crashing the boards. And another steal. That by Talon Langford.
Looking to regain the lead on this possession. Langford 10 points now on the night. He has come alive on the offensive end. Now Davenport.
Good work, Merrick.
And a travel call to drive in. Him and Hovey colliding bodies. Dobbins coming in trying to swipe that ball loose, but he shuffled the feet. Now we'll have Miles Vose, number 11, checking in for Louisburg, already getting pretty deep into their bench, already playing 12 players in this contest. Do about 3.5 quarters.
Oh, that was travel.
Yes, it was. So
Caleb's coming back in.
So Coach Jones showing some faith in the senior, and I think doing the right thing, getting him in there and just letting him play out. That time, the press gets a steal for Louisburg, but they can't finish with points. Tough shot, acrobatics in midair for Wingfield. Couldn't finish on the left side of the bucket.
And another rebound by Talon Langford.
Crowley on the drive, body hits the deck. That was Miles Vose, but I think we're going to have a defensive foul here.
Yeah.
Hit the deck pretty hard and all for nothing for Miles. Both teams with one team foul so far here. Here in the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter.
We're going to get him again for a hand check.
I don't know.
Well, you just got called for that, so you don't want to do it again right in front of the same referee. I'm just saying. Good pass.
With
good
the
job.
strong hand, good feed, good design by Tonganoxie. Giving it into Davenport.
And
Pretty.
guess who got that assist?
Talon Langford, baby.
Talon Langford.
And just beautifully drawn up and well executed for the Chieftains. And another rebound.
Nice rebound
this
there.
time Caleb Clark, and he got a shot to the face, trying to shake it off. And nearly.
He got a shot to the side of the head with his elbow, with Dobbins' elbow, it looked like.
Threw the ball away momentarily, but it's near the baseline, so he steps on out of play. And meanwhile, Clark's going to come out of the game here and try to get a moment or two to shake off that shot to the head. Still favoring that left side of his face. Sakai Glover in now for Tongie. Ball's in the hands of Crowley right now, driving in, and an offensive foul called. This time.
Yep, he did extend the arm. He didn't think he did, but.
And now that's the third of the game for Alex Crowley.
Yeah, that could be trouble. One of the better ball handlers on the team. Chieftains again back in the zone.
Around they go on the driving kick out. Miles Vose can't knock down the three-pointer. Dobbins goes over the back of Langford.
Yeah. Another good job of blocking out by Talon there, making Dobbins come over his back.
Second foul of the game for Dobbins. You can see the emotion pouring out of Talon Langford right now. I mean, playing his heart out right now, having one of, if not his best game of the season to this point.
Playing like a man possessed. Oh.
Pass a little too much to handle for Davenport, and it's a turnover. Bose hit the stands pretty hard, but he comes up clean. Louisburg trying to take advantage of the turnover here. Wingfield got in no man's land, loose ball. And a foul call underneath as Dobbins.
I think they're going to get that on Mason Davenport.
Second foul of the game for Merrick. Hovey in and Dobbins out for Louisburg. Bose on the inbounds. A bounce pass goes to Winfield. Head fake. Now puts a shot up. Tried to sell the contact, but did not get it. Now an offensive foul here on Louisburg.
Well, that was a foul going for that rebound, man. That was quite a collision between Wilson and.
Yeah.
He's really shaken up.
That's Gavin Losey, number 12, and he will come off. And yeah, that he took a hard fall kind of on his face onto the court, fighting
Sure
for that
did.
loose ball. Brandon Wilson. That's the third foul of the game for Losey, but right now getting checked out on the bench by some of the assistant coaches and the trainers. Just make sure that young man's all right. Langford, open space, draws contact.
Good job. Head fake and got the man on his back. Way to go, Talon.
Yeah, he's playing like a man possessed.
He really is.
So far tonight.
You can tell it by his demeanor. He's fired up. Need to knock these down, Talon.
This has been a place where the Chieftains have been very well so far tonight, is at the free throw line. They have done their part. And we've talked about it many times, and it's just one of those things in basketball. In close games like this, you cannot afford to go empty at the free throw line. A big rebound for Caleb Clark, setting up another possession. Brandon Wilson, three is well short.
And Merrick Davenport with a save.
Good fighting for the rebound. Jones wants to slow things down. Clark has other plans as he finishes for two. And a timeout for Louisburg. Largest lead of the night for the Chieftains at 5, 31-26. 1:01 left to go here in quarter number 3. Back after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongie? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit PT Solutions KF.
Back out of the timeout live here at Louisburg High School. A 31-26 contest right now. Chieftains in front.
And staying in that zone defense. Worked out well for them here in the third quarter. That was a nice move there by the Wildcats.
Got into this lead a little bit more for the Chieftains. Back to a one-possession game. Pressure back on here. Chieftains weaving through it. Davenport with it. Back out to Glover. They'll set up the offense.
Another save by Talon there. And he got another rebound. Another offensive rebound.
Big one on the way and knocked down. Caleb Clark, how about it?
Right at the buzzer.
At the end of the third quarter. And how about these Tonganoxie Chieftains tonight? 34-28, they have the lead going into the final quarter of action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
I think we called it, partner.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Head into the final quarter of action here. Tonganoxie, the boys looking to even up this doubleheader tonight between Louisburg and Tonganoxie. The Lady Cats taking care of business earlier. Now the Chieftains doing more of the same, and maybe just a little bit too much work on that layup there for Zakiah Glover.
He got a little bit too far under the rim.
Parker weaving through defenders. His shot up is short, brought in by Wilson. And maybe a little bit of a mistake there, trying not to, just staying still, allowing the jump ball to be called, and they'll stay down here with Louisburg. So Wildcats catching a break here now, looking to capitalize. Catch and shoot, far corner three for Parker, well offline, rebounded by Glover, and here he comes. Up the way, blowing by Winfield, has his eyes, gives it to Clark, and just too strong on the putback.
You got to hit those bunnies.
Oh. Wingfield through traffic and a foul call first. And you can start to see just like the frustration on the faces of the Louisburg players on the court and on the bench as well, like we talked about.
Body language is not good.
No. Parker, another corner three, still can't knock it down. He's been the best three-pointer shooter on the night. He's had 3 of them so far, but he's been ice cold here in the third and fourth quarters. Clark, he hit one earlier, gave the little head fake there, so having to give him a little bit respect on beyond the arc. Can he go back to back? And he cannot.
Look at that save by Davenport, though.
Another earned possession for the Chieftains. They're just out hustling Louisburg right now, and now a foul call on Parker.
You know, you can usually tell the temperature of a game when the 50-50 balls are all being got by the Chieftains tonight.
Yeah.
They're hawking those possessions.
A 6-point lead for Tongie, trying to expand on it right now in the hands of Alex Crowley. Attacking in the lane, stops out to Brandon Wilson. His three-point attempt is good. Third three-pointer of the night for Brandon Wilson, and another Louisburg timeout. Largest lead for the Chieftains right now at 9 points, 37-28. 6 minutes away from coming out victorious here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. They lead the Wildcats.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongierec.org or call 913-845-3502.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongie? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank,
Crashing out of the commercial break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's a 9-point lead for the Chieftains, looking to close in on a victory and even the regular season series with Louisburg and give the Wildcats their 4th straight loss on the year. But we got a foul here as Dobbins attacking the rim, and I think they're going to get Davenport for it.
Look like.
He picks up his third. So 3 Chieftains with 3 fouls, Crowley, Clark, and Davenport. At 5:49 in the fourth quarter, I don't think you worry about bringing any of them out or anything like that. You're just going to let them play it out, and if they foul out, then you're going to have to adjust. Not able to connect on the first attempt. Like we talked about, in a tight game like this for either team, it is crucial to come up at the free throw line, and he went 0 for 2 on that trip, and Langford poked that one away out of the hands of Hovey.
Langford's everywhere tonight.
He is. I mean, he's really having his best game of the year, his best performance. 3 on the way from Wingfield is well short. They
Now,
let
he
it
is
go.
fired up. Talent is fired up.
I kind of give him the dab up to Wingfield, just letting him know, hey, nothing personal, but I just love the way my team's playing tonight. I'm fired up.
Yeah, Merrick had the size advantage there, and he lost the ball.
And
They're
now
going to
he's
get him on a foul there.
Trying to dive for that loose ball
Yeah.
and tripping up Dobbins, unintentional. But that's going to be his 4th now of the game.
Looks like Coach Jones is going to stay with him.
This is important to note as well. That was the 6th foul for Tongie. There's 16 fouls for Louisburg as well. So the bonus is going to be coming into effect eventually here in the final about 5:28 and counting of this ball game. And as far as the advantage at the free throw line, it has been with the Chieftains as that 3-point attempt comes back to Parker. Mid-range jumper is short, tipped around. Hovey comes up with it, still can't finish underneath. Dobbins, another try, still can't finish. Tough luck for Louisburg right now. We might get a technical here. And a technical indeed, as he just kind of gave a shove to Crowley, fighting for that loose ball, and that's just frustration coming out of Dobbins.
Yep.
Missing the bunnies. And is he gone? He's coming out of the game right now. We're gonna have technical free throws coming. The officials, they might be talking about whether
that was flagrant or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they're talking about, and I don't know. I think you give a little bit of credit to Crowley, maybe for kind of selling it after the fact, but there was definitely some shoving.
Yeah, no question
after
about
the play.
44's got a technical. That's his 4th.
And they gave him the technical, and he just got checked out regardless. And Dobbins, not having the best of night tonight anyways. Only 3 points to show for. He's been getting plenty of boards, but not providing much offensive support for Louisburg. So he gets checked out. Alex Crowley to the free throw line for his technical free throws. I know you can't see it on the camera screen right now, but Talon Langford right at half court, his biggest fan right now. I mean, outdoing the work of the cheerleaders right now, the way he's clapping and hyping up his team. All right, so we have. Okay, so that was the one. So that was the 17th foul. So that was the 1-and-1 free throws there. Now we have the 2 technical free throws coming into effect right here. Crowley is at 2 of 3 right now, looking to go 3 for 4.
Whoa.
And he comes up short. And give credit to whoever that was in the student section. I think they might have given him the gift just a little bit.
Yeah. Nevertheless, the Chieftains have a double-digit lead here. And they have the ball.
Loose ball, that's Mile Bowes again. He's been all over it defensively. Crowley getting bugged, but a timeout called by Coach Jones.
Saving a possession there for the Chieftains.
Louisburg just finding any spark to try to get back into this one. Got a little bit of an attitude going right now. 39-28, Chieftains lead the Wildcats. Back after this quick break on Tongie Sports Live.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
ready to come out of the timeout here. 4:58 on the clock here in quarter number 4. Chieftains an 11-point lead for the moment. Looking to build on it here. Had some extracurriculars happening prior to the break. In case you're just now joining us, this pass through the hands of Davenport. And good job by Parker dribbling through that. Kind of had trouble finding his footing, but kept dribbling through to avoid the travel call. Louisburg, last-ditch effort to try to get back into this contest, and they're going to have it here as that's the 7th team foul for the Chieftains, so free throws coming up.
That's his 4th, too.
So Davenport and Crowley, 4 team fouls apiece, both on the floor right now. Caleb Clark with 3, Langford and Wilson with 1 apiece.
His lane violation, so
yes,
the free throw didn't count for Louisburg.
Officials right on top of it. Langford.
Anything that can go wrong is going wrong right now for the Louisburg Wildcats.
I about said the Langford crowd, but the Louisburg crowd, that's more like it, voicing their displeasure there. Crowley got to get it in quickly here and throws it away instead. The Chieftains, this is a game where you don't want to try to help out Louisburg. I mean, they're hurting themselves enough already, but you keep giving them chance after chance. They're eventually going to start cashing in on their opportunities. The give is in down low. Loose ball. If it's a jump ball, it's Tonganoxie's. And it will be Chieftain basketball at the inbounds play. Expect more of that full court pressure to loom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they need to keep their wits about them here and handle this press.
Yeah, a full court press that they were handling very well through the entirety of the game. Now an offensive foul here on Langford, saying that he extended the arm, trying to shake off that defender. He picks up his 2nd. Now the Tweederbirds, they are out at full force here in the second half of the 4th quarter. Now the question for the Wildcats is, can they cash in on the offensive end? Running floater from Parker, off the mark. Hovey had it stripped on the way up. Good play.
I believe that was Caleb Clark that stripped it.
I believe so.
Nice
spin cycle for Langford. Puts it in, running floater with the right hand.
He's just not going to be denied tonight. The Chieftains up by 13.
Wingfield and wide of the mark. Hovey going back up strong with it. Still can't finish. 3rd chance. Still no. And a late whistle coming in.
You going to get that on Caleb Clark? It is. Is that his 5th?
That's his 4th.
4th.
So next foul for Crowley, Clark, and Davenport. They will foul out. That's the only trouble looming right now for the Chieftains as Hovey knocks down his first attempt at the line. And Schultz into the game for Louisburg. He'll bring out Losi. Second one on the way is short. Trying to track down this rebound in front of the bench. And it'll be Chieftain basketball. Crowley coming up, rubbing that elbow a little bit, hitting it hard on the floor.
Floor burn.
There, floor burn or just hitting that elbow hard on the hardwood. Nonetheless. And now a defensive foul coming in. Louisburg crowd again, not liking it. Miles Bowes picking up his 3rd, so he's trying to, he's mighty aggressive on the defensive end, but now he picks up his 3rd foul. And to the line goes Alex Crowley. 9 team fouls apiece, so still the 1-on-1 bonus for now, but one more for either team. They'll put the other in the double bonus for 2 free throws per foul. And Crowley rattles home the front end.
It's a big make by Alex because that's the front end of a 1-on-1.
Good, 2 for 2 on that trip for Crowley. 7 points on the night for him, but he's had a good game as well.
He has.
Largest lead of the night at 14 for Tonganoxie. It's at the point right now that, barring a major catastrophe or a major eruption of points for Louisburg, that they will be on their way to potentially winning this contest. It'll be Chieftain basketball after a pair of misses from three-point range for Louisburg.
Nice pass by the quarterback.
To Davenport with the left hand.
That's how you break the press.
And potentially the spirit of Louisburg broken right there. Wingfield on the drive, gets it to fall. Got 11 points on the night. Chieftains breaking the press again. Wilson and
She's throwing that too.
To Coach Loomis in the first row behind the Tongie bench, it would appear.
Well, he is wearing a red shirt.
So we'll sending that pass. Looking for Davenport, obviously. He just sent it a little bit too high. Loose ball. Clark coming away with it near the baseline. Gets shoved out of play. No, they
changing the call.
Yeah. Well,
it looked like he was shoved out of bounds, but they didn't call it.
It looks pretty close, but I think no foul, so he'll stay here with Louisburg. Got to try to put something together here if they want to try to come back in this one. Catch and shoot for Vose. Can't knock it down. Langford another rebound. And fourth foul of the game here for Miles Vose. Now it'll be the Chieftains in the double bonus, and I think you're getting to that point in the game right now. You take care of business at the line and handle your business on the defensive end. Just don't be giving up an eruption of offense to Louisburg, and it would appear the Chieftains
are in a good position to win this one.
They are. Good spot to be in. Another one on the way, and Langford knocks it down.
How many points does Langford have tonight?
Called 14.
And I don't know how many. He's got to have a double-double.
No doubt. Over to back on Hovey's going to be called. Parker slamming the deck in frustration. You can just see.
That was a good block out by Davenport there. And he's going to shoot the free throws.
They can afford to miss sparingly at the line, but we've seen some great comebacks in the past as Davenport collects and goes 1 for 2 on that trip. More subs coming in for Louisburg and just trying to get that right combination in right now. Haven't seen Mason Dobbins check back into the game after he exited with his technical foul.
I think he's in the coach's doghouse, so to speak.
It would appear so. Wingfield trying to get it going, and he knocks down that three-point attempt. Oh, come on. A full timeout taken by Louisburg, so they're not giving up hope yet. Only a 13-point deficit for the Wildcats. About 2:02 left to go in quarter number 4 here.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit LaddServiceCo.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Louisburg employing the press again. Let's see if the Chieftains can handle it.
That's the point.
They
now.
do. That's how you beat it right there.
And who else but Talon Langford to finish it now with 18 points on the night. I think he's getting pretty close if he's not already at a season high. And now Winfield got Crowley off his feet, and that'll do it. And Coach Jones kind of head over his head saying, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that'll do it for Alex on the night as he fouls out with 7 points. And 3 free throws on the way on this end for Wingfield.
If you're the Louisburg Wildcats, you like that because you have a chance to eat into the lead without the clock moving.
Yep. Coach Jones again. He's one of the best that I've really seen is whenever a player comes out, it doesn't matter if it's just being checked out per game or if they foul out. He always takes some time eventually to kind of go over to them, talk him up, coach him up a little bit. And every single player, and at any point in the game, it doesn't matter if it's a reserve coming in for someone in foul trouble for a minute. Yeah, I mean, it does not matter. I think that's what makes him such a great coach and why he's so loved among the players here. Approaching a minute and a half left, a 13-point lead for the Chieftains, trying to hang on here against Louisburg, barring anything drastic. And I think we might have a timeout here for Tongie. And no, Joe, he was going for the timeout, but I think they had the jump ball call instead. Well, they had the jump ball called, and I think they just gave him the option because it's Chieftain basketball. So I think they gave him the option either you want the timeout or do you want the possession.
Yeah.
And wisely, Coach Jones just waving it off, saying, "No, well, I'm good." What timeout? Pass wide of the mark. Langford trying to save it, going into the feet of the official. Now, maybe the referee a little bit hobbled up here now, but it's going to be Louisburg basketball. So, just a little bit of sloppy play as far as ball handling here. Ball security for the Chieftains. I want to get to the point where you're playing with fire. It's still a 13-point game. Winfield on the drive and another foul on the floor. More free throws. And this one's on Lachlan McRae, only his first.
Yeah, you don't want to put them on the line with the clock stopped, though. They're not taking advantage so far.
One for two on that trip to Winfield, down to a 12-point lead. Passes into McRae, avoiding the trap, gives it to Davenport, quickly to Clark, finishes with the left hand. And that should come pretty close to just about doing it. Running floater put in by Miles Vose. And again, Chieftains getting through the pressure, and Merrick Davenport a lot going through his mind. And Coach Jones just now showing a little bit of agitation, just saying, slow down.
Yeah, the clock's your friend right now if you're the Chieftains.
Step back three for Winfield, knocks it down. And very similar to the first game of the year, Louisburg making a late run here, late in the fourth. Got it under single digits, 51-42, 49 seconds left to go. Well, be back after this break on Tongie Sports Live.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Louisburg making a late run here in the fourth quarter. Got it down to 9 points. Still trying to make a comeback here. Chieftains trying to get it across half court, and they do, but almost turn it over, but the Chieftains recover. And now another takeaway, but another foul. It's going to be the second of the game for Lachlan McRae. And now Coach Jones very frustrated, just telling his team, hold on to the ball. They'll have to foul you or let the clock run down. That's a little bit kind of just hectic scrambled minds with this young Chieftain squad on the floor right now. Clock stopped with 30 seconds exactly on the scoreboard. Second attempt on the way and misses both. Clark with the rebound and the shove from behind on Vose, trying to fight for that rebound. So free throws on the other end for the Chieftains.
And the fouling begins.
Clark short on the free throws at the other end for Tongie. Largest lead of the night for Tongie got up to 16 points. It's been quite a hectic about final 2 or 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. It's been cut down to 9. A big three from Winfield earlier. He's going to have to hit another one right here. And well,
now it's a two-possession game.
Getting it a little closer here, and both teams in the double bonus. Only a 30-second timeout. Louisburg had a full timeout, so we'll keep it here. Yeah, I think right now, I mean, if you're Coach Jones and if you're Tongie, point's very clear right now. Just get it in, get it past half court, hold on to the ball. I think that's all you got to do. Hold on to the ball, make them foul you, and run clock.
Right. If Louisburg doesn't get a steal on the inbounds, they're going to have to immediately foul. And you got to hit your free throws on the other end if you're Tongie.
You got to find a way. Louisburg, they not giving up quite yet. I mean, odds are still not in their favor right now. Coach Jones right next to the official in case he needs to call a timeout, but they're going to foul Talon Langford, and probably the hottest player for the Chieftains tonight, 18 points right now, and he will go to the line. Chance to make it 20. And huge, big free throws here from Talon, and Coach Jones instructing his players to get back on defense. As a made free throw here, should just come close to about doing it, but he comes up too strong. Under 10 seconds left. Just don't do anything ill-advised here. 3-point no good from Winfield. Chieftains straight up defense, and time has run out. Big three from Winfield, but it does not matter when it's all said and done.
Too little, too late.
Chieftains come up with the victory, 52-48 on the road to Louisburg, hand them their 4th straight loss on the season. And in the span of 2 weeks, Louisburg has lost to the 2 worst ranked teams in Class 4A. So definitely frustration mounting on that side. But for Tongie coming in on the road against a team that spanked their butt at home to start the season, just how sweet is this victory here?
Oh, I think it's like we talked about. We expected a much better game. Like we talked about before the game started, we thought Tongie had a real shot here, and they end up holding on for a tight win.
Yeah, I mean, real shot. I think that was something back in December. They really showed something in the second half, and as this season has progressed and the way this team has really matured, it just developed and grown, and the chemistry has really clicked for this team.
Yep.
And the payoff was tonight. I think it was really
just a big road win. Yeah,
it was. You know, this is one of the few times where the Chieftains kind of have 2 matchups in the regular season with any opponent outside of tournament play. Obviously, that's where they got their second matchup with Eudora. But yeah, I mean, this was huge, and to do it on the road, it makes it even more important and even more impressive for Coach Jones' squad. They come in 52-48 victors.
And how about Talon Langford? I'm picking him as the player of the game.
Oh, no doubt. 18 points on the night, double-double. Don't officially keep track of rebounds, but I think just.
But he was the energy provider for the whole entire game.
Yeah, believe it, because anytime. You know, when they really got the feel and the Chieftains really kind of started clicking there at the end of the second quarter, they went into halftime up 21-20. They come out and just kind of picked up where they left off. There wasn't a lag or anything. They didn't let Louisburg really get back into it. Louisburg went on a run to start the third quarter. They got up by about 5 or 6 points, but Tongie kept their composure, took some deep breaths. Brandon Wilson hit a big 3 that kind of put it into it, back to a 2-point game. And then it was just really all Tongie from there on out. And you saw as the game went on the body language and and just the overall
the frustration level by the Wildcats spilling over there when they got that technical foul for the shove on Dobbins, and the Chiefs just kind of took control from that point on and never looked back.
So they pick up their 3rd victory on the season. Louisburg will fall to 7-9 in the midst of a 4-game losing streak. Next time we are live here on Tonganoxie Sports Live will be this Friday, back at home against Metro Academy. The Mavericks coming in to town for a doubleheader with the Chieftains. And again, we hope that the coverage of tonight's doubleheader for all the fans of Louisburg Sports Live. Again, the Louisburg Sports Live crew unable to make it to tonight's doubleheader, so we were covering for them. Hopefully we provided a pleasant viewing experience for everyone tuning in to watch some Louisburg Wildcat basketball as they split the doubleheader tonight. The Lady Cats taking care of business, but the boys coming up just a little bit short. Chieftains coming up. Big victors tonight, 52-48, 3rd win of the year, back home in Chieftain Arena on Friday. As for my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan, I'm Dylan Funk saying thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you all on Friday. Take care. Have a great rest of your week.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by